A second to get everything started up, make sure it's working. Hey, alright. If you can't tell by the title of the stream, slash episode, I guess, when it goes on YouTube, we're about to do the trial of who killed Sakura Ogami, aka the Ogre. Oh. Before we go any further, what do I have? I know I can go through this later, but I'm gonna go through it now. Okay, so the rec room door is closed and locked. I'm going through this right now because I want to try and figure out who the heck did it, and I'm confused. So it's closed and locked, and there was no one in the room, but there was handprints inside the locker. She had been smacked twice in the face and the head, and she had vomited up blood. She vomited blood there, but what was up with the magazine saying Toko in it? Hina had one. She gave it to Sakura, who then was on the floor, empty. And then Hiro had one. I'm guessing the blow to the head was a bottle, since it was broken all over the place. And since there was 2 bottles missing, maybe someone hit her in the head twice with 2 bottles? I'm confused about that. I'm confused about that. Okay, so they each received a thing about coming to go meet her. Yeah, see, the bottle was heavier, which means there was 2 bottles there. That I'm confused about. And someone put poison on the shelf? Was she like poisoned and then smacked in the head twice? Alright. So let's get inside and figure this out. There's bound to be some more clues as the trial goes on. Monica made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist. A locked-room murder mystery.
What?
What the... Well, I've just really discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss it in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed!
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body, XD. That's just plain creepy.
Well?
Again, I kind of forget the voices, so I'm gonna just kind of go with the flow. How about the reverse?
Phew!
No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it looks super negative.
Yes, indeed!
For example, do you have 100 friends?
What?
He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Now then, please get in the elevator. I'll see you all down there. Dance emoticons. What the heck was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Here's my thinking. Byaku's too much of a stuck-up, so he wouldn't have done it. Hiro is too much of an idiot, and he wouldn't have done it. Toko faints at the sight of blood, so I doubt she did it. Genocide Jill only kills people using scissors, so I doubt she did it. And then Makoto and Kiri don't really seem like a murdering type. I don't think they did it. I honestly have no idea. I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. I'm really sad that Sakura is dead. I really liked her. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? Let's do this. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. But with each step I took, it felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. Ugh. Climbed into our steel prison in total silence. Apologize for that. I just drank a whole bunch of water before starting because my throat hurt. We watched the doors close and felt it began its sinister descent. 6 of us left out of 15. Holy cow. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. He redecorated again. I don't remember being Egyptian last time. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really?
This is kind of
That's
depressing.
so few. You must be so lonely. You say that it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. So the curtain opened for the 4th time. I'm not going to read all these deadlies. It's the same thing every freaking time. Might as well. That's right, I gotta set skills. Increase the time limit for each phase cost. Ooh, sweet. Okay. So I might have to get through something if I have another good skill. I only have that one. Okay. We already went over the notes. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Chop chop, you're dead.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
Let me guess. Hina's gonna be the first one to say something.
We already know who did it.
Oh my god, I'm good. It's too predictable too.
Whoa, deja vu.
Exactly.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I agree with you there.
I had nothing to do with it.
She always stutters, so you can't really take that for granted.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
And he's too much of an
I
idiot.
don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Or your stupid excuses. Hina's really sure that one of those 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. What do we get? Oh shoot, I gotta remember the buttons. Her count. What was her count?
It was one.
What was her count? I just know that they talked. I didn't remember. I written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro. Asked them to meet her in the rec room right now, and she slid these notes under each person's door. Someone's
One
gonna
of
say they
you.
didn't.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason
okay.
do you have for saying so?
R1, slow down. Couldn't remember.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's
Right there?
low. That's about as low as you can
Okay.
get.
So the second one.
It was one
So
of
it's
you.
when
One of you killed.
And what
Hiro
reason?
says
Because
something.
you hated her.
Is that it?
I
That
missed
doesn't
it.
make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing?
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
Can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Does that mean one of them did it? Again? Already? Wow, that was quick. Pocket trash. So Hiro got that from Sakura, I'm gonna
The fact
assume.
that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
He never did.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never...
You did.
No, that's wrong.
Haha, I knew it. That pocket trash did a lot.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
It's the candy wrapper.
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
And since Hina took the whole box, there's no way he could have gotten any.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Got you red-handed, Hiro.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
I doubt that.
When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
He's lying. But what Hiro can't be right, because Sakura can only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is when Sakura got the candy.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
Hey, gotcha.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it!
Got you red-handed.
I mean, what I meant was,
Why are you lying about it?
oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Yeah, actually I do.
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
Why hide it, though?
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Exactly.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
No.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Oh?
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
The message in the magazine? What would a shining message
At the
even
scene
be?
of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
I don't think so.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are
I'm
you saying?
confused.
No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Neither do you.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Oh, because he wasn't investigating, was he?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
No, you didn't.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Ooh, you got him, Kyoko. Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message, it was on the
got it!
magazine shelf.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
So he
If that's
wasn't in that
true,
room.
then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Nope, he's lying.
Doesn't make sense?
No, it doesn't.
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Nope. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. What am I gonna get? Magazine dying message. Okay.
I can tell
Let's
you
see.
exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine
No.
shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
No, I gotta... Okay, I see what I gotta do. I
I
gotta...
can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found
Right
the
here.
dying
You gotta
message.
slow it down.
It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on when I pulled it out.
What's your pro- What I said makes total sense!
And now the first one I gotta shoot with this one.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying mess when Ogre's body was discovered.
No?
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying mess
maybe it's
when
just I shoot
Ogre's
the first
body was
one.
discovered.
And I can tell you
crap,
when
missed it.
it was only I found the magazine tucked away when I pulled it out.
What's your pro- What I said makes total sense!
I
Okay.
can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying
There we
message.
go.
It was only I found the magazine tucked away when I pulled it out.
What's your pro- What I said makes total sense!
About the time where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly
Okay.
when
Don't-
Ogre's body was discovered.
Me?
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found it was only after the investigation had begun. I found
No?
the magazine tucked away on the magazine
Oh.
shelf.
Magazine shelf.
Shoot!
Oh. I
I
see
can
what I was
tell you
supposed to do.
exactly when
crap.
Ogre's body was-
And I can tell you when it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
I like how it actually does the whole
When I
slow
pulled
down
it
thing.
out,
It's pretty
What's your
cool.
pro- What I said makes total sense!
This one is confusing. Okay.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message when Ogre's body was discovered.
There we
No,
go.
that's wrong!
Took a minute. I like that they make those
When
ones easier.
Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
So you saw it beforehand.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
Because that means you could have killed her.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
But what if you wrote
I
it?
don't even know where to begin with that one.
To the Vienna sausage.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah?
No?
I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
No.
100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Oh, what am I doing? Moment of truth. Oh, shoot.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. Show me the proof.
This should prove it!
Hey, that one wasn't too bad. Sorry, I went into complete focus mode there. I hate trying to do that whole tempo
I'm
thing.
completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Haha. Forgot about that part.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro wrote it.
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah.
Why would you write it?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
But why?
He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
I don't think so. You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And you're an idiot.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? Might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
No.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only
His
chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
But he never mentioned anything about the vomiting blood, and that was only one hit.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Sakura... There was a thing open on the table. He wrote her name. Sakura must have closed it and put it away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
Yes, you are.
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, we don't.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There was 2 blows.
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is this hero that did that doesn't make sense? What he would have had... Why the magazine was hidden.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
I was gonna say for the 2 marks on the head, but okay.
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf.
Sakura tried to hide the fact.
Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
No, I'm pretty sure Sakura put it away.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
So wait, Toko was in there? Was she in the locker? That's why there's handprints on there? Something like when written, there was only one choice.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
No.
Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't, dude. Stop.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Good, I don't have to do anything
Hiro,
for that.
tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So... what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time, when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but... okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that. I think it was examination? Sakura's examination? Kyoko's examination. Oh no, oh.
I didn't...
Okay, is it the examination? Okay, so it's Kyoko's examination. Those two are pretty much exactly the same. That's Kyoko.
I want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind, before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
There it is.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Exactly.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
Examines dead bodies as a hobby. Was she like the ultimate mortician or something?
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Because there was 2 missing.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head?
The weighted trial we did.
She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
Yep.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Because of the scale trial we did.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Si, señorita.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
But where did the chess piece go in the other top and bottom?
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
I wonder if I went back to when the rec room first opened, if I could actually see 6 Monokuma bottles in there.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Chess pieces. The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. The connection must be the object the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. Chess piece. Game piece. Chess piece. Ah, I was right. Chess piece. So I need a C. H-E. I need another S. Need a P. Alright, E. There we go.
Now I understand.
Chess piece. Thought I had 2 more parts to go. What's the chess piece
That's
inside?
it. The chess pieces.
If so, there's 1 on the ground
Inside
and 2 in
each
the bottles.
bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
So where's the 6th chess piece?
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain.
Pawn, rook, knight, bishop, king, queen.
In chess,
Right.
there are 6 different pieces.
Yep.
The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4.
So the queen's missing.
And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Where did the queen go then?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
The heck is shogi?
Yeah! Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That
Dude, the way to
bottle
test-
could have disappeared any time before the murder.
Did Toko it's Sakura with the other bottle then?
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
It was broken. When the bottle missing, it was broken.
I got it!
Duh.
The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Oh my god.
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It's the weighted bag thingy. And evidence that proves that is figured out before. Where is the scale test? One from the bottle experiment.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is
Because it's more than one bottle.
there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
It wouldn't have worked out exactly like that though, in real life.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside.
But where is the figure?
But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
And we know that the second missing Monokuma is involved in this case. It must have been used by the second
I
attacker.
got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
Oh, poor Mondo.
The killer wanted to make it look
And
like there was
Sayaka.
only one attack.
I really don't care about
So they
Sayaka.
had to get rid of their evidence.
Sayaka, the freaking thought.
From there, we
Sorry.
can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Calling her out like that.
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No
Are you sure
way!
about that?
You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay,
Oh, yeah?
fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
Okay. You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Yeah, I'm kind of with him on that
After
one.
the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
You did.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
The locker.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Taka. Been seeing too many freaking Takis lately. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. I know, I don't like Takis. I've been having to see them everywhere I go at work. I'm pressing triangle during your final stroke without a second thought. Right on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You select the same way during non-stop debate, simply pressing the L1. Also, pay for your logic difficulties at the kind, few rules to choose from. Pretend you're set to mean regardless, just this once, okay? Oh, if you're halfway through the game now, go you. Only halfway through the game after all this? What?
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you.
Paying attention.
I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough!
This should prove it.
Almost didn't see it there for a second. I thought it would have given me the list of the ones. Oh crap.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking.
If she had cleaned that, she probably would have gotten away with it.
Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yeah!
Got you.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
You were in there. Byakuya was the only one telling the truth about not going.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Yeah, it's because she's a noob.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, she didn't.
No, I swear, there's no way!
Because we still haven't talked about the poison. That's the only reason I know.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Man, he talks and she's just down.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
I'm curious myself.
Talk. Now.
Yes, Master.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on.
So you hid.
So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Very.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Yes. Yes, Master.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Oh.
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
That would be
When I
scary.
saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her, you mean... There we go.
Guess who's back?
Oh, crap.
It was your fault after all.
No, because she only kills people using scissors and only kills guys.
My fault! Master's fault! When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights!
Scared me sometimes.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that.
That is a scary picture of Sakura. Holy crap.
And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible!
I kind of don't blame Toko / Genocide Jill for this one. If you saw something like that staring at you in the face, you're going to be scared.
No! She's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
Oh.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. 'Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem!
She sat there and took it?
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
But she's dead. So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's
Well
gonna...
then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
No. She has some worse for Hero on that
What's
one.
wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh?
Thank you.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
The locked room. It wasn't.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
The one who killed Sakura is... What do we got? Maybe...
I was just...
Status. That was her... Oh, yeah, her in the chair.
sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up.
Right
Killed her there in front of the shelf.
There we go.
No,
It
that's
hit the
wrong.
stupid purple thingy. Ah, hate that.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
Oh, shut up.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
Pretty sure of it.
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be... Now it's a was attacked by the magazine shelf. The bloodstain.
I got it!
I'm getting my
Sakura
health
was
back.
definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
I want to see you move Ogre's body.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
No.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
I'm confused now.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No, because the locker was open.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No.
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Because the locker was open. I saw it for myself.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
She wasn't hiding.
I don't know! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
No, she
I
didn't.
think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
I like that cute little grin, actually. That's kind of cute. I will admit.
You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Yes, there is.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
She was poisoned. There's something so important. Explanation, maybe it's poison. She was poisoned. Okay. Someone put. What is Hina's account? A Monokuma file. The violent vomiting of blood, so maybe Monokuma file. What was hers? And yellow powder. So it's either going to be yellow
Was it
powder
that killed
or
Ogre?
Monokuma file.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Okay, so Monokuma file number 4 to Hina.
What was it that if it wasn't from Genocide Jill,
Oh, crap,
then what
what's that?
was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the...
No, that's wrong!
Multiple things.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
Yeah, the Monokuma file doesn't say.
In
That's
fact,
weird.
there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Though that could have actually been caused by the blow to the head. She could have caused her to vomit blood.
Well, I mean... Maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
The fact that you looked inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some
Thank
sort
you.
of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
God, I want to just reach over and punch you.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Oh God.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it
How?
really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can... explain it?
Of course,
I kinda
if you
can.
don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But
God.
you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
Oh my
You
God.
never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a
Poor
big
hero.
shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Chemical C9.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
Stupid sweaty hand.
In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. So on the same shelf with all the supplements, I'm positive.
I got it!
It was hidden in
The
Section
poison
A.
was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Because someone put it there.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
But if you just read the bottle, you wouldn't have known it was poison.
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Wait. I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked as what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder. Which means, conversely, this poison must have been in... what could it be? The cup that we found. He-Man's Gambit. Protein drink? Tea. I was actually I was actually very confused about this one. R-I-N... Protein drink, haha.
Now I understand!
I was actually confused. Until it gave me the letters.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
But you can't just pour poison out, because there's still going to be poison in there.
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
But then comes the question of, what did you pour the other thing into?
Holy crap!
You can't just pour it straight into there.
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
A protein
I got
drink.
it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
A deadly game for a deadly class trial of a deadly life.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
God dang.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Who?
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The footprints. So the switch has to be... the footprints. Footprints in the powder.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
But Sakura has the yellow stuff on her foot.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
No, it wasn't Hina.
The footprints. They're mine.
No, they're not.
Hina?
God dang it, they're Sakura's.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
No.
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers. And the only people who wear sneakers here are... Makoto and Hina.
I got it!
Hina.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
This must be... Makoto, are they yours? No. And let me choose and confirm the size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Dang.
I can't believe it.
I don't know. With how close Hina and Sakura were, I kind of don't see
What
it, though.
about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
I don't think it was Hina.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did...
Why?
Why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
Thank you, Kyoko.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
And that's what we're about to do.
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
Speak for yourself on that one.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
Yeah, screw you.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
The locked room.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well... that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's
It wasn't
too
her.
obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Oh, you want to
You
notice?
didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
No, she's
There's
not.
nobody else to
She's
suspect.
really
Nobody else
strange.
could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
Oh, she didn't.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
If that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Big Mac?
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I cover the full truth of this case. Make your arguments.
First I...
Chem lab shell, source of the powder. Oh. She should have went from A to C, not C to A, so chem lab shelf. I think. It's a broken bottle in front of the chem lab shelf, which had protein in it?
I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Okay.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C
To Section A.
No?
Shoot!
Okay, maybe that's not it.
First, I went to Section C.
Oh, hello, I can
That's
do
when I
that.
grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I
I'm
grabbed
convinced
the
it's chem
bottle,
lab,
I
but
dropped
okay,
it.
let's go through this and read this and
Okay,
see.
and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
Because maybe there's more
and
to it.
that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the
Protein powder back in Section A.
No, that's...
Shoot!
First, I went to Sections. That's when I
Damn
grabbed the... And you spilled some of the... Yeah. Okay. I moved from Section... And that's where... Once I was done, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
In the chem lab, where were the footprints and what direction were they facing? You just told us. Okay, what about the footprints? I'm confused. In this case, the subject had business in the area. They were facing away, weren't they?
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison. And you spilled some of the Yeah. When I grabbed...
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
Right there?
And that's where I switched the powders.
I should have slowed it down.
Once I was done switching, I put the bottle filled
With the protein powder back in Section A.
Ah, dang it.
Shoot!
Oof. I got like 2 more guesses and I
First
lose.
I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle,
Okay, and then?
I moved from
Section C to Section...
No, that's wrong!
Because if she had moved from Section C, there should have been footprints there. I gotcha.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Ah.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
But then why should he do it from Section
No,
A?
that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous. I didn't notice I left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
You went to Section A to get protein and that was it. Someone had
The
switched it
powder
before she
had
got
already
in there.
been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh, we got him on edge, boy.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Wait, what?
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
Huh?
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
I'm confused.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Huh?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
The broken glass from the, door?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
On the poison. I think I remember now. I broke some in the same shadow. Boom. The rec room
I got
window.
it. It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
But why was it
You're
in there?
right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
suppose it should have been when I broke the rec room window. It should have been... Section C. No.
Shoot!
No. Section A. Whoops.
What's strange?
Oopsies. My bad. To Section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
I'm confused now.
I'll grant
what?
you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
I'm confused.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Because you're an idiot. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Ah, that was sitting on top of the glass. I have that. Empty protein drink.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying... someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be!
It was in there before the rec...
No, it
No,
wasn't.
it's wrong.
Wow, contradicting Byakuya now? Oof.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course! It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
Oh my god, look at him.
And this proves it.
We
It
got
shows
him.
that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Oh my god, we got him on the ropes.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
Someone could have lied about it.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
I'm so confused right now.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
Nope.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Wait. Sakura committed suicide?
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already! Sorry. Please, tell us.
Oh my god, did he just... Did he just use the word please?
Before we
What?
get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Now
We
what?
need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
No.
What do you think, Makoto?
When I got the poison from the cab and brought it to the Rex room, it had to have been
I got it!
Sakura.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
Yes,
On
there
the
is.
contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying!
We're not lying.
Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hate it with it to make her accept it. Is this one of those... Yeah. I want the truth. Ah, dang it, I hate these things.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking!
Final strike.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
I thought it would have been the, shoe thing. Oh my god, those things get really intense doing that. Holy crap.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
Yes, it did.
The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
I'm really confused as to what the heck happened.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because...
It wasn't you, Hina.
Because I killed her!
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura, the guy should be sucking the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Where is she? It was Sakura herself.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I I don't want to believe
I know it was hers.
But when you really think about it,
What was all
everything
this-
matches up.
How did the glass piece get inside that poison bottle is really what I want to know.
Sakura went
someone,
and
like,
got the
stick it in there?
poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course,
I got it!
Sakura wanted to do
The
it.
locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Hina knew.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
Or that.
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Huh? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room.
Okay, thank you, Kyoko, for explaining this to me.
When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
Oh, and then she brought the
When
can
you were
back.
done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. Ogre? Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed? I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
Oh.
Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
Oh, I didn't even think about that,
The
yeah.
Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
Wow, this case is really blowing my mind.
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
No, you didn't.
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. You have to end this properly.
I got to put the whole thing together. Okay. Oh my god, there's a lot. Is that her going into the locker or coming out of the locker? That one's right there. That one and that one other one I'm a little confused about, so Ah. Okay. Ah, no. Guessing that one. Guessing that one goes first.
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay, like I said, the two Toko ones I'm confused because they look almost exactly
This
the
case
same.
began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Okay, so I did get the correct order for those.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside
Sakura
the locker,
scare the crap
she
out of
saw
me.
Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
And it failed.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
And put it upside down.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down.
Which actually kind of helped the investigation.
Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
Poor Sakura.
This
Jeez.
explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
I know she was still alive.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
Man, she's tough.
So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was
Poison.
the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves.
She wanted to die with Sakura.
In an attempt
Didn't
to
she?
guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort?
She either wanted to die with Sakura or wanted everyone to get payback for having Sakura kill herself.
Was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case.
I feel so bad for Hina, jeez.
Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
She lost her best friend.
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
Thank you, Kyoko.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't
Dang,
I
girl.
tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Dang, girl, she's got some bite. Oh my god, I think I saw the first bee. 2 bees. Yeah, -7.
Okay, I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
Oh, considering the fact you're just a robot.
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hina's gonna vote herself,
What's
isn't
it
she?
gonna be? What's it gonna be?
We're all gonna vote Sakura except for Hina, and she's gonna vote for herself. Man, I'm still kind of weirded out that Sakura is dead.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet, why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because of all you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die!
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you're gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
You serious? That's...
What is
You
this?
still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found them on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this!
my closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. She asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all hang up on you at once, even you...
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Aw, Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you had just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's why her suicide note means. So instead of being just killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to... Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the Camelot to get protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? This is depressing. She had weakness just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That weakness, that's normal. And yet...
Why?
You all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it, and just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt, right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but...
Hey!
It's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura actually thinking about when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
What I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed!
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is this?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But he already...
Too bad!
Oh, I wrote that one. It was on me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
Wait, then... You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now, well now, well
I
now,
can't help
well
it if you
now.
totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little...
Damn it!
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Pung, pung.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing!
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut!
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it and use my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey! Hey!
But you know, heard you've been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you killed yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You'd never hear the rest of the story. Oh, I apologize. Ooh, that one just snuck out of nowhere. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get down with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was that first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it.
Why is it going every other one that she's reading?
That's how I saw things.
Okay, there we go. However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried about that until the first murder happened. Nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course. Because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
She let them attack. Oh. Oh god. But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. To fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
And Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself and to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
it was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you tried to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. Please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please, talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I want you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other. But you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you were in the wrong for tricking Hina with the fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Bang straight. It's all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well?
I don't blame her. Can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
Ooh-hoo.
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the only one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how it's supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew!
I love the Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it appears the others have cast aside the fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I would no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? Now I have one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
And that is to heap the harsh set possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Hi, my bag of chips. What are you doing there? Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey.
Well, now can you say that Sakura stuff had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. Still gonna be the one having a fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about the good old for nothing backstabbing. Get on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
The moment you all been waiting for. Punishment time.
What?
Wait, but Sakura's talking to the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But...
Was it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can't sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? Fairly particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up.
I have so much time preparing my special punishment. It's a shame to let it go to waste.
Yahoo!
So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Who's he gonna punish? He found alter ego. Oh, crap. So Chihiro has died twice now. Oh. That is a very buff Monokuma. Excavator Destroyer. Good God. Pretty sure the laptop would just be completely obliterated at that point. Turned it into a ball. Come here, computer chair. I want to lean against you. Come here. Thank you. You.
Oh no!
What's up, man? You turned into a mangled punk of junk.
Phew.
Huh, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about that grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
It's for the sake of everyone else. I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. Anger turned into fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You're friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Well said. I know they're making a reference there for that. Shut up. It wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. You killed him. Is that what you call it? Animism? Your soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can go whatever you want. My lie is, it got my way. It was trying to find things out sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Jihiro was doing something with the laptop. I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data on the laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. The sneaking into the nectar was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so we can get out of here. alter ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. What if he uploaded himself into the network or something, you know? Yeah, the punch of time has made me feel a billion times better.
Very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember how low... that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. Oh God, Makoto, please, just stop. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad, like just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that...
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Hey, there's still a little bit left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay, then here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Yaha!
Oopsie daisy. That was a super close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What?
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. It's like your brain rumble and tumble, huh? Makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get you back at all you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's no. Like I let you get in your grease balls have it.
Huh?
But...
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
Wah-wah?
There's one last line in the note. Let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Oh, wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die? She'll fight you? Yeah, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. Peace, people. Maybe I should try and get some rest, you know? Maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach the school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? You really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long and think hard. I was just ready for... Peace. I was waiting for him to do that. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after the Celeste trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
What?
Hey.
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies? What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plan a bomb on us or something? No, we're not pulling a Metal Gear Solid 5 here. If you're trying to leave the school, a sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes. No, I'm pretty sure it'd be torn apart by the miniguns guarding the door. I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. Pretty sure we've seen scars and stuff. No, I just feel awful thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo!
Class trial was over and Monokuma's gone.
But...
So, what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there, other than head back up? Oh, yeah, let's get out of here. But, he must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto were the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I've reached the point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
Getting nuts of the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That is absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are. Sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently you still have a death wish.
Ah.
Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with the Master. You're making me jealous. I want the... Oh. I want the abusive give and take. Me! I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. That's just how it is for now. I guess Toko/Genocide is into S&M. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. Time marches on, for whom the bell tolls. We all went back up to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Ding dong bing bong. Hey! Just forgot what my room looked like. A body has been discovered.
This is a school announcement. It isn't as such. It's soon the doors to the dining hall. Okay, then. So
I would have left. A body has been discovered. Nighttime descended and we pulled down along with it, into sleep. I can't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Huh? Up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber to hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Kyoko?
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
The heck?
So Kyoko's here.
wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door... It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked. Are you serious?
Hey.
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor that I need to ask. What's your favor?
So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? Oh man, I apologize. It's really late for me. It's actually about 2 hours before 3 for... Yeah. I'm not gonna just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Nico put her lips next to my ear and whispered... The data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. You know, this is kind of a short stream. We'll go a little bit more. I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Actually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's where she said she'd meet me. Is she inside already? Put my hand to the door and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? Data center on the 4th floor?
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up here, mister? Ah,
Damn it!
breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh, well, I just... You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But...
Hey!
I can see that you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
Looks like you might break in any second, so I thought I'd just give you a friendly reminder. Why are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making all a racket? Kyoko.
You too? You guys?
Oh, it's you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey,
Did you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah, you just got here. Shoo, shoo. So we left and went back to our rooms. Okay, and then...
Goodbye.
So, goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up, made me go to dinner, which just happened to be locked. Then she shows the plate, and we leave without checking a single thing. What's the point of all that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of the conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Who? Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
What? There's a 16th student here in the school? 7? Oh. To be continued. So, Mukuro Ikusaba, the Alter Lump. So, 4 by Gore. I know it's going to pop up as, can't see the chat in the upper left-hand corner. It was a trophy scene, 4 by Gore. Mukuro Ikusaba. Interesting.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
But how did she come across his name? That's what I want to know. Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before we could be faced with another murder. 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. What the heck was that? 100-mile dash. Pain of a junk food junkie. Who the heck was that in the mask? In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning in the dining hall. So let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. Hey, you didn't need to make You didn't make small talk or anything. You never get straight to the point like that. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. Jeez, how high is that horse of yours?
Well?
Hey, he just acts like he hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. They creep around the school like a mouse, but the mastermind's pride is as bloated as a cow's udder.
In the name of my family.
And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them.
Huh?
Hey Toku, you've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so boring now. You just sit there like a mushroom. Gotta start calling you Miss Mushroom.
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission.
Huh?
What? But if she can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. I don't care.
How about that?
You're okay with that, Toku? Jeez, how low is that rock you're hiding under?
Whew.
I believe this is a small talk Byakuya warned us about
Come on.
And yet I let myself get involved. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your level again.
Let's go.
We're now going to begin our search. Stop running your mouths and start moving your legs. Pressured by the obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. Guessing 5th floor is open? This way. We'll do a 360 to get there. You spin me right round. Can I use my mana coins? Yeah, again. The almighty Mono machine. Let's see here. $20 points. And I already got it. God dang it. Mostly just because I wanted to use them. Get rid of all. I don't know how much free time we're going to have left. But halfway through and we've already lost 9 students? I'm a little curious. Radio. Who's that? Oh, Junk Food Junkie. Hina? Oh, please don't tell me they kill Hina. Junk Food Junkie. She's Junk Food Junkie. The heck are those? I really need to get into the culture of stuff. And I know the best way to do this is to just go one token at a time to get everything, but I don't have the time to just sit here and do that. If I had questions to ask or people to read off and stuff like on other Twitch chats, I probably would have done it, but I don't have any of that here, so... Chapter 5, Floor 5. Let's make this a little bit quicker. Ta-da! I don't know why I didn't think of this in the first place. So here I am on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The 5th floor is open up to us, and it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up till now. Something that feels unpleasant. Okay, classrooms never hold anything. Fighting room, plant room, science room? Rah, 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 rah. It's locked. We came all this way just to be denied here. The sign on the house is Biolab. Biolab we've been sneaking into. Kind of sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. Okay. So I'm guessing the plan is maybe the botany room? Okay, that. Check the dojo. Just curious. Ooh, Sakura's. Suits of armor. Suit of armor is on display is extremely Japanese. Hecky. There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. The lockers and keys remind me of super old school public bathhouses. Straw posts used for sword practice. Did you use training here too? Yes. How did I get Sakura trees way up here? Even this room is totally enclosed. There's a cherry tree planted here. It's in full bloom. It's quite elegant. This is what you consider elegant?
Indeed.
I lived overseas for a long time, so this is kind of Japanese style scenery is refreshing. But considering our situation, isn't it kind of out of place? Makoto, kiss her. Kiss her under the cherry tree. God dang it, boy. God dang it, Bobby. What Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko, I'm not going to say anything. Huh? I can't say anything. Kyoko narrowed her eyes. Her gaze started up to the surveillance camera.
Hey.
You understand, right? She told me that whatever it was important. The mastermind couldn't find out. But how did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important?
So then...
We're finished here. She made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end. And just like usual, I didn't understand anything any better than before. Okay, we'll go outside. Is it outside? That is a big flower. That's a big flower. What is this? Like super weird, super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real?
Watch out!
What? That's a Monokuma flower. I came up with the name myself. Try to touch it and you're in for some real excitement. Your heart's like, oh, whoa. And the plant's like, snip. And your flesh is like, yeah, I'm dead. In other words, it's a monstrosity. Pretty freaking amazing if I do say so myself. A student helps Speak Academy. It helps Speak added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist, although they didn't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy.
Actually...
By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people. So it's totally good for the environment.
Well done.
Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of healthy society. Not that I know anything about that myself. Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, better keep my distance. Okay. What's up, hero?
Yo!
First I thought I saw blue skies. Turns out it's just painted the walls and ceiling.
You know?
But the plants are real. It's all been on wild, so the smell and vegetation. Relax.
What the heck?
That's not what you're thinking, is it? No? Why, is that bad? Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? It's here, just beneath the surface, beneath their calm exterior, they're always watching, waiting. When they decide to leave us in charge of Earth anymore,
The end is nigh!
they'll put the plan for global and human extinction into action.
Well?
I'm serious. Keyboard hero. Is this a chicken coop? What's a chicken coop doing here? This place even has chickens, huh? They're just regular chickens, right? Like they don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy like that? Seems safe. It's a chicken. It's really alive, right? It's no mistake. I am not going to go through each chicken. You like chickens too, Makoto? Yeah, I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? It's like, and there's exactly 5 of them here. Exactly. 5, you know, the number that comes after 4 and before 6. At least they're the natural numbers. Anyway, whenever the number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It can taste the mysteries of the cosmos.
I'm at least 30% right!
That's the number of power. Refreshing number on power with the hand squeezed all natural lemonade. You know, let's get the words in edgewise. Okay, I can. What's that? There's some kind of control panels set here near the wall. Does it control the air conditioning or something? Bzzz. It's for the sprinklers. Sprinklers? Yeah, controls the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission. That's going to be important, isn't it? Of course, it's everything panel's locked, so you can change it if you wanted to. So that means sprinklers go off at 7:30 a.m. every morning? Yep, you got it. It's super user-friendly. Which sucks. So we get here too early, you'll get drenched. So watch yourself. But you're not a little kid, right? You're too old to go running through sprinklers anyway.
Disgusting.
Or you have some kind of water fetish. I'm gonna go, everyone. What's this? Just to be sure, I have to take a look in that tool shed. This place is totally disorganized, from a lawnmower to fertilizer flower pots to farm tools. And then against the back wall, is that a pickaxe? Oh, good lord. Bags of fertilizer pipe here, there's so many different kinds to choose from. Oh, might as well, just because something's probably going to be useful. There are different kinds of gardening tools here. Are they trying to get us to some self-sufficient? Pickaxe. Huh? There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond? I feel like I've never seen that somewhere. Wait. Crazy Diamond is the name of Mondo's biker gang, isn't it? What's a Crazy Diamond pickaxe doing here? Say Monokuma on it. There's a lawnmower here. Even with this here, who's actually going to take care of the lawn? And flower pots. So many flower pots, big ones, little ones, any size you might need. Maybe I'll have some flowers to put in my room. Okay. Don't need to see the camera. I guess I should probably go check the classrooms then. Or should I just talk to Hina? This hopefully is different compared to all the others. I'm not sure what it is. Some reason for that? I hope it's not anything too creepy. That was useless. Let's check the classrooms out. What in the heck? What is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled... sour, pungent, impossible rank.
I see.
It smells awful, doesn't it? It's... must be vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying... it's the smell of death. Their flesh and fat and blood. There was no surprise in his voice, no shock. But he was right. I had experienced the smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair. The smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monoko must have...
Hey! Come on now!
What? My fault again? Stop trying to blame everything on me. If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened.
Unbelievable.
No. It's quite the opposite. The opposite?
Now then.
Yep, let me give you an itty bitty squeaky. Let me give you an itty bitty squeaky little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it. What?
Yes, indeed.
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs and those mean old RPGs.
Uh-oh.
Pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even the outside world people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day.
I can't wait! I can't
It's not
wait!
really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What's he talking about? You just left the way he found it? What's the meaning of all this? Good. Flippin' God. It's blood all over the place. I want to shut my ass against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the blood stains are dry. And the color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. This is all really blood? Of course. I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? Seems like he's enjoying himself. No way I can keep up with something like that. Something like that. So... there are... anime? Sorry, I was trying to think of the right word. So there is two animes, Hope and Despair. I think one is set in the future and one is set before, like, everything happened here in this game. I'm not going to watch them. Not until after I finish this game. And maybe the second one. But we'll see. Maybe I'll watch the, I know there's one that's set into the far, far future, which is, I think, set after the second game. And then there's one that's set before the first and second game. So maybe I'll watch that one in between. When I'll wait to finish this. I'll wait to finish this game until... I'll wait to watch the anime until after I finish this game, just so I don't spoil anything. There are white chocolate lines drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were here? I've seen this kind of thing in detective shows and stuff like that. You always seen it at the scene of a murder. Which I say I don't believe it. I'm kind of hoping one explains what happened in this classroom. Byakuya, about Monokuma just told us. It's like I'm not even here, he must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard, or is he just flat out ignoring me? Okay. I guess I've seen what there's up here for now. Once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. Let me head back to the dining room, find out what the others turned up. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall. And before too long... it appears everyone has returned. Still, it's just the 6 of us. It's barely enough for a decent volleyball team.
Just a second.
Hey, don't be a sarpus. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field the basketball team.
Hey.
That's like reverse positive thinking. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best. Please stop all this group hug nonsense. We need to figure out what happened, what everyone discovered. Let's start with Hina.
Yeah.
Well, left to right. I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to be kind of be Sakura's job, but anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows, just like everywhere else.
Correct.
Which means no chance to escape on the 5th floor either.
So,
But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. What exactly did you notice about the layout of the school?
Just a second.
Took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto? Huh? What do you ask?
So then,
Guess you did. You must have noticed. The 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. Stairs. There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right? Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
correct.
We're finally starting to get a clear picture of this school. All that's left now is to solve everything underlying the mystery.
But
that's the hardest part.
okay.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay, as long as we work together. Sure, I'll make it out of this. No, not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. Alright,
Hey.
Miss Purple. My concern is with the biolab. That was the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access. The biolab, huh? Wonder what's in there.
could it be?
If this was like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature. To fight a boss, or tiring, or... That's a Resident Evil thing right there.
But
Or not in a horror game, though. I mean, I guess technically you kind of are. Kind of. My apologies. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. It's about thinking about something that can't be understood no matter how much you think about
Naturally.
it. Your tiny brain's going to do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently.
well,
I don't like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No, what I said is right too. Alright. By the way, did any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor? Well, no, strange is a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. The white outlines of countless corpses. It was more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far.
What?
What the heck are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. Everybody's smell concentrated. God, I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it.
But
I mean, what the heck happened in that room?
So, in other words,
I can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. No, you think? A bunch of people were killed there? Stop, seriously, I'm gonna throw up.
It can't be.
Perhaps that was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Huh? You're thinking the same thing as me. My theory is the mass murder that took place in that room was the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. The awful scene in that room. That was the tragedy that happened a year ago?
in other words,
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy. If that's
it's
true,
all clear now.
that would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors.
hey,
I mean, I guess that makes all sense, but it's all just so awful. Not just awful, super awfully awful. They're right, it's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless. But still, how is it one of the most heard about something like... How is it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up? Okay, hero. Since Toko's useless.
you know?
Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor, and I found more than one thing to be worried about. Stupidly large plant, chicken coop. Okay, we're going in time. Monokuma said that was called a Monokuma flower. Even touching it seems dangerous, so we have to be careful.
We're serious.
It's a totally man-eating plant. Pretty sure it's different from the other one that lives in the pipe, though. Anyway, that thing must benefit from this... Come on. Oh my god. Need some more caffeine. Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there. Yeah, apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. Yeah, I remember that. Don't want to get drenched and catch a cold.
Yeah!
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know? Of course not, because idiots never get wet. I think you're thinking of ducks. I'm starting to worry about you, Hero. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is?
What the heck?
Hey, come on, you don't always have to call me dumb. I've been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid. But it'll make you happy to answer your dumb question. What was the question again? Don't worry, you just answered it.
You know?
Worry about... chicken coop. Well, there's a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right? That's right, 5. 5 chickens. I love chickens. Let's raise them up big and fat so we can make fried chicken. Oh, or barbecue. Decisions. Or how about raw? Because there's nothing fresher than raw, right? Pretty sure that'd kill you.
You know?
Or you just get really sick from it. You noticed too, huh? That pickaxe.
What?
Huh? What about the pickaxe? Well, there was a pickaxe in the tool shed. And then its crazy diamond had been carved into the handle. Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Crazy diamond. Yeah, that does sound kind of familiar, I think.
It's true.
I don't just think, I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before.
Huh?
Where? Ah, that's it, I remember. It was on Mondo's uniform, on the back of his jacket. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy diamond.
I see.
You're absolutely right. But why would that be on the pickaxe in the garden?
Could it be...
Mondo must have snuck in there and done it, right?
Not possible.
But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
That's right!
Then maybe Mondo brought it with him when we first came here and Mondo confiscated it. For that reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed. The pickaxe connected to Mondo. Well, what stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe at all. Huh? Then what did?
Yo!
What I noticed is the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we could use it to call for help.
Huh?
How are we gonna call it for help with a lawnmower?
What the heck?
I don't know, maybe I can use it to make crop circles or something. Yes, I'm gonna make crop circles.
Well?
Use it to call for help. What the heck's happening to you? You were like this in the beginning, you know?
You know?
Well, back then my personality hadn't quite solidified yet. I don't think it's possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been. And he was a lot smarter in the beginning of the game, now he's just turned to stupid. I guess we have to talk to Toko, even though she's not going to say anything. Hey, Byakuya, since Toko wants to say something.
What?
So, why are you telling me?
Hey.
Well, because you told her to zip it or whatever. Ah, I'd forgotten about that.
Huh?
Jesus, man, I know you're like torturing her, but come on. Well, Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, master. And don't worry, I took care of the other problem. Seriously, you're just gonna take it?
What the heck?
Shut up. Don't hurt from Master and me here talking. Okay, so what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in the classroom on the 5th floor and something caught my attention. It was this. A knife? Well, I think it was like Rambo size.
What?
It's a survival knife of some type. What was it doing in a classroom?
Well...
How did I know?
Very suspicious.
What are you gonna use that knife for? What do you plan to do to us? I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I don't want to leave a knife just laying around.
How about that?
I'd rather laying around in the hands of a serial killer. Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
You know?
You can't let Coco keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
What's your problem?
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous. So what to do?
So then...
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me? Yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it.
Okay.
Then that's that. Hold on, don't I get a say?
It's all clear now.
Just so much as they trust you. You should do as they ask. Are you sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me. Okay, so here you go, Makoto. They're acting like I already said yes. Fine. Guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Togo. Do I still have bad breath? Sorry. I'm sorry it stinks. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job. Oh my god, what the heck happened to him? Is she gonna faint? Master just praised me? Hey, good for you. I'm dreaming, I must be dreaming. Why would I be experiencing such a dream? That feels strange. Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad. Well, I think that's all the information we have for now.
Yo!
So, now what do we do? Well, starting today, you're all under my command, but before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
No way!
Jeez, how cocky can you be? You gonna bust through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger? So, what does he want to figure out? Kyoko's identity. Huh?
Well...
Kyoko's identity, but Kyoko is Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope's Peak Academy. He is the ultimate swimming pro, Hiro is the ultimate clairvoyant, even Makoto is the ultimate lucky student. More unlucky than lucky these days, but... So what about you, Kyoko? Can anyone tell me what she is? Now that you mentioned it, she's never told us. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself anyway, right? It's not a matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is a matter of trust. Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity? We need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicion. So, Kyoko, it's time you told us. I can't. What? Why won't you tell us?
Wrong.
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What the heck?
What do you mean?
So...
Because I don't remember. What? I have no memory of what I am. You have no memory, you mean? Amnesia?
What?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking. But if this is a joke, I'm not laughing.
This is very suspicious.
You can't be serious right now, can you?
Whew.
I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything.
However...
But it doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done.
What?
So you have no intention of telling us? Then I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Hey.
What are you gonna do? Torture me? Nothing so barbaric as that.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. Can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. But if she gives you her room key... She can't go to sleep in her room. She'd be breaking a school regulation. If she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself. Just hold on. A threat like that...
That's fine.
Fine. I understand. Good. You're finally in the mood for conversation. Without saying a word, Kyoko walked right up to Byakuya and held out her room key to him.
It can't be!
You fool. Why do you refuse to talk?
Because...
Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
So,
Maybe she really did lose her memory. You really think about it, it doesn't really sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever. When there's only the worst stuff happens, right? Maybe you didn't fit right in.
However...
For a school where only the worst things happen, do you really mean that?
Huh?
Hey.
Can you really be so sure that the life has been filled with only the worst things? What do you mean? Perhaps I've said too much. Kyoko then turned her back on us and without a word began to walk away.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
Goodbye.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. Kyoko's last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left.
What the heck?
What's her deal?
but...
I think you went too far taking her room key like that. For her, that was far enough. Oh god, Toko, please stop. Maybe she gets off on the attention. Can't believe her enjoying getting yelled at.
Stop talking.
You're getting noisy again, Toko.
Come on.
Sorry, I can still hear you. The sound of your breathing, of your heart beating, grates on me.
Hey!
Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but... But what's Kyoko gonna do now? Plus, the situation, it's just like before. It's no different from when everyone started accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. Still can't stop anyone.
What?
Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
'Cause, I mean...
What?
Hi.
What?
It's you. How long have you been standing there? I'm very.
Now I'm really angry!
Angry at what? At the thief. Yes, that's right. I'm very sad to have to tell you that there's a thief in your midst.
Huh?
What?
Hey!
My precious. They stole it. They stole my precious. Your precious?
Your teacher had such faith in you, and this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
Reality is filled with there's so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies. But what the heck is your precious? Shut up. I hope all of you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street.
What the heck?
And he's gone. What the heck was that about?
So,
He said something about his precious getting stolen? Does that have any idea what might mean? It's like it has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be able to steal from Monokuma? I totally butchered that sentence. Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? But if that's true, what was it? And why would she do that?
This, as such, it is soon the doors to the dining hall. Okay then, sweet.
Uh-oh, we need to get out of here.
You know?
Yeah, we can talk about this tomorrow, about Kyoko. However, after what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms, don't go wandering around.
well...
Not like we need you to tell us that.
Goodbye.
Well then, let's disperse. I'll see you all tomorrow. Following Zedia, she'll swim back to our rooms. Ah, that's right. I need to put the knife away I got from Toko. I think the safest place would be my desk drawer. But anyways, Kyoko really gonna be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she gonna do? Is there something I can do? Something I can... Alright, before we go any further, I am going to end the stream there. And we will pick up from here next time. Oh man, I can pause it, right? Yeah, I can pause and save it. Alright, just want to make sure. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream. If you're on YouTube, thank you so much for watching this one. Wow, has there been some revelations on stuff. And I want to know who the heck gets stabbed. It's kind of weird that it showed that at the beginning. 3 days until the incident and someone stabbed. I guess after this night it'll be 2 more days. Alright, so I don't know how many more parts this is going to be. I don't know how much more there is. It's said halfway through, but I kind of doubt that. I have a feeling we're almost done. As of right now, with me getting my new job, streaming this is going to be a little bit harder. I will do what I can to stream it. Might be a little bit before I can get back into it, but I will do my best. Yeah, it's going to be difficult because basically my new job, I'm working at 4 a.m. To put that in perspective, as of right now, it is 1:50 a.m. So I would be getting an hour and a half of sleep before I had to get up and go to work. I'll work it out, figure something out. And we will beat this, we will beat the second game. And then we'll move on to Ultra Despair Girls and number 3. So anyways, thank you everyone so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Goodbye.